Have you ever wanted to add your own NewGens to Football Manager? Well, today we're going to go through a guide on how to add your own NewGens to Football Manager 2024. So by going to the link in the description of this video, you'll be taken to a guide where you can add yourself as a NewGen in Football Manager. Now this guide will basically add you as a NewGen in Football Manager. It's quite simple. You can go through the simple step process or the advanced setup process as well. Both will add you in there. One will have more details. And there is a file location that you need to go in, which is in this guide as well. We'll go through it in a second. Basically, you go into where you've installed the game. So if you've installed on Steam, you do it like I've done. Otherwise, you will go in through the link in the description. Just copy and paste that link in and go through into the database folders here. So you find the EDT file folder and the permanent folder like so, and there should be a file in here called support staff. Now you can either create this from fresh, supportstaff.edt. You can either create it as fresh like here, or just open the one that's in it. It's an EDT file, and by default there will be some support staff in there that you can either leave in or delete, and basically it just adds player liaison officers at the moment. That's all that's in there for certain clubs. But what you can do is you just add a new line in and either delete that or, as I've said, either delete that or add a new line in. So I'm just going to add a new line in, and basically you're going to copy this bit of red text from the guide here and update it as we go through, and I'll show you how you update things. So it's quite straightforward. To begin with, first name, we'll go with Anders. Common name is basically like if you have just a single name that you got on the back of your shirt, like a Ronaldinho, for example. That's not his full name, that's just the name on his shirt. So we've got Andersinho there, and last name Baz. So in fact I'm going to get rid of the common name as well, because we just have my full name in the game. Anyway, birth date is quite simple. You want to make it so you're about 16 at a youth intake date. So if you want to be 16 by the first youth intake, you want to be born in around about 2007. So I'll put my birth date in as 2007. So I'll be 16 as we get to the March-April time when the first youth intake comes through in England. Right, what else you need to do is you need to go through basically line by line on here. So if you want to add in a club that you want to have as a favourite club, or the club you spawn at, you want to go through this link and have a look through the database here. You could also find it in-game as well, but you need to put in the name of the nation as you find it in-game. So for England, it's quite simply England. For some of the different nations, it could be a little bit different, so make sure you look on this list here and see what the nation is called. So I'm going to find Blackburn, the club I support, to find its club ID. That's 612. So I'm going to use that as my favourite team. So you put in the club ID here. So for the nation, you just put in the nation name. For the club, you put in the club ID. So 612, we'll remember that for later on as well. So then we have ethnicity, and there's a set here that you basically 0 to 10. You put in a number, and it will tell you where. There's a list where you can be from, your ethnicity, and the skin tone as well. I'm pale as anything, so I'm going to go with 1. Hair colour, obviously red, again, 1 through 7. The options are, 0 through 7, the options are there. 0 is random. And then height and weight must be in centimetres. Height must be in centimetres, weight must be in kilograms, regardless of what you use in game. That is what you need in this file. You can leave these blank, obviously, but I'm going to put them in vaguely accurate because I'm not sure on exactly what my height and weight is in centimetres and kilograms, but I'm going to go with about 180, 182 we'll say for height, and then weight, I don't know, I'm going to have a quick look on a calculator to see how much I weigh just to put me in vaguely the right area, but we'll go with 82 because why not? I don't know. Right, preferred foot, it's 0 to 4, so right only, left only. Preferred for either one or both, so I'm going to go right only. Preferred position, now this is the key one here. You have to type it out exactly as is shown in this list. And I'm a central defender, so I'm going to put that in there. But you need to be any of the options here. But there's no option for a wing back or a defensive midfielder. So just watch out and go with one of the options there. So favourite shirt number, again, is quite straightforward. It's 0, I think it's 1 to 99 you can go to. But I put number 4 in as mine. Birth city, you can leave blank and it will populate as the city that the club you're spawning at. But you have to go in the editor and find the city ID if you want to basically pick a city that's not the one you're spawning at. So CA and PA ranges from 1 to 200, but it also has the dynamic potential range as well for PA, which is -1 to -10. So -10, for example, gets you between 170 and 200 on the scale, and that is basically the same as in the editor, so you can put it in like that. That's a quick run through. I put the club ID as 612 again as well, so I spawn at Blackburn Rovers at the first youth intake. But that's basically how you go through it. You can trial and error. Basically, before you start the save, you want to try it with a really small database, because regardless of what leagues you open up, you'll be populated if you're in this file. So try it out, trial and error with some of the different options and get the player you desire in the end. And then start your big save with your big database open as you would. Right, so we're in game now, and you can see here, 16-year-old me with a big old beard. I definitely didn't have a beard like that at 16. Definitely not that colour either. I put myself in as manager of Blackburn as well to see a proper coach report. So I've got 4 to 5 star potential, 1.5 star current ability. As you can see, there's my attributes. Tackling at 12, heading at 11. 16, coming through the first youth intake, so it's April 2024 here. That's my polygon. You can see, yeah, I've spawned out a decent, it's an 80 I think I put in as the current ability. So we'll see, a promising centre-back. Yeah, as you can see there, I didn't put a birth city in, so it's just populated it as Blackburn. So there we go. But we're going to go simulate forward a bit as well and have a look how my career as a new gen has basically gone on. You can see I've got EFL League 1 standard to begin with and could improve a lot is the potential ability. So yeah, you just have a look around when you are trialing it out to get different combinations of things, to get the players you desire, or leave it all at random and just have some random players with set names that you want in, spawning whenever you want them. But yeah, as I say, we're going to simulate forward now and have a look at the end of my career. And here we are at age 33, so not quite the end of the career. 13 caps for England's not bad. Stayed at Blackburn the whole time, played over 500 league games for Blackburn. Broke into the first team in, what's that, 26, 27? And still there now. I think it's club captain as well in the Premier League, which is really good. I'm happy about that. But yeah, as I say, 13 caps for England. Won a few things. Made his debut in the Carabao Cup. Won a few things with England by the looks of things as well. European Championship, yep. So won the European Championship in 2040. The Commonwealth UEFA Cup of Champions as well. Another European Championship there. Sky Bet Champions, relegated from the Premier League. First senior goal in 2029. Senior club debut in 2026. Yep, Cup of England trophies. And an under-19s England trophy as well. So, yeah, pretty decent career. Not as amazing as I was hoping, but he's on 150k a week, which is not bad. I like that, honestly. Value at 33 years of age is between 17 and 23 million. But that is how you add your own new gens into the game. If you want to do that yourself, the written guide and this video guide, well, obviously you're watching the video guide, but the written guide will be linked in the description of this video, and you'll be able to follow along at your own pace if I've gone through it a little bit quick for you. But basically, my one key thing here is trial and error. Load up the smallest database you can with the least leagues loaded, simulate a year forward to see whether the players you have basically put in will populate the way you want them. If they don't, change them around, go through the guide, and yeah, try things out and let us know in the comments whether you've managed to create your new gens. If you see us on Twitter, send your screenshot of your new gen in Twitter as well to show us that you've managed to do it successfully. Hang around for some more league guides and some essential how to install guides as well. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.